Hi, welcome to another edition of I Dig Day Trading. Today we're going to talk about Aerojet Rocketdyne or Rocketdyne Holdings. AJRD is a ticker symbol. Why am I talking about AJRD today? Well, they got a really interesting thing that's going to come up on March 9th. A little bit of background. AJRD is a rocket propulsion company. Their biggest clients is like basically the military, the federal government, and Lockheed, which if you don't know who they are, they're a big time major defense contractor, bigger than AJRD, and they're looking to acquire AJRD. And so this is the reason why this stock spiked up in December. This is December 18th. There was news that announced this merger, this potential merger that they think will happen, and it caused the stock to go up pretty much overnight from $42 to $52. And now it's, as you can see, for the last almost 3 months, it's consolidated at a price range between, we'll say, $53.50, we'll say, all the way down to about $50.81. So I like to call this a bull flag chart pattern of some sort, even though this flagpole is invisible because we don't see the pre-market gain that happened. But this is basically what's going on. So what we're looking for is a breakout. So now this is the deal, right? One thing that's possible with this, and I want to caution people, is that basically the terms of the merger are that Lockheed is going to buy these guys, AJRD, for $56 a share. But that's really $51 a share after AJRD pays a pre-closing special dividend to its stockholders on March 24th. And that special dividend is $5 a share. So the understanding seems to be is that, if you have 100 shares, and you can buy 100 shares or whatever it is that you want to buy before March 9th, right? When they do the payout, you could get, that's 100 shares times $5. That's $500. So sounds great. Sounds like it's like a 100% risk-free situation because they made that announcement. And you can do the math. You buy 1,000 shares, you get $5,000, right? But I would caution. I do have a position in Aerojet Rocketdyne, and it wasn't, my original position had nothing to do with the merger. It just had to do with the fact that it looked like a stock that could rise because it's part of the whole space craze, we'll say, the race in space, they make rocket propulsion technology, so getting satellites up into space for better Wi-Fi, space tourism. This was a company that was in it, and it's gone up since I bought it. I did buy after I figured out about this $5 per share thing. I did increase my position, but but very cautiously. And the reason why I caution is because the Federal Trade Commission is looking into the merger, and they're questioning it a little bit, which is common, but they're going into a second review, and a second review isn't the most common. It's a little more rare that happens. So they're really looking at the details of this merger to see if there's any antitrust situation, anti-monopoly situation that by Lockheed, by buying AJRD, it's going to create some sort of monopoly in this with this technology in this industry. Who knows, right? There's some writers in Forbes magazine they say that they think the merger will go through. They think it's a good idea that it goes through for the government, that it'll decrease costs for the government, in terms of making these, this technology, this rocket propulsion technology, and it'll be, there's a lot of, you can look it up. Forbes, the AJR, if you type in AJRD and Ford or Lockheed, Forbes, you'll get the skinny on all that. Also, the Lockheed, I read that the Lockheed CEO feels pretty confident that the merger will go through, but you never know. You never know with these things. No one knows what Biden's going to do. We have a new president, more or less. It's only been a couple months since he's been off office, and but people feel pretty confident he's on board with it. And then so so I guess basically what I'm trying to say is, we've had this consolidation in this bear flag chart pattern type of thing happening. So in this case, we don't know which way it's going to go. It could start falling off the map because all stocks are doing that, especially ones in the NASDAQ recently because of the whole interest rate and inflation fears we've had this last week and so. And but it could go up. So I guess basically the thing to do is to wait to see if it proves itself. Right. Now, the deal, the whole $5 a share deal, I mean, if you want to get in on it, it looks like you only have tomorrow to do it, which is be March 8th, because from what I read, you have to have your shares bought before March 9th. And from what I understand, the settlement time, it might take a while. I don't know if you can actually make purchases on the 9th itself. Me personally, if I'm going to pick up more shares, I'm going to do it tomorrow. But that's me personally. So this is something I think people should really look at and really kind of try to make their own sense of how much risk they want to play with this. Who knows? There might be no guarantee that you get $5 a share, though it sounds like you will. I'm only saying this because I'm not here to give stock advice. I'm just here to say, hey, here's some news. Here's something I saw. Maybe it's something you can look at as well, and maybe you come up with some ideas that are more in depth than mine. But it's just a starting point to kind of look at AJRD, and it's Sunday. There's still time to kind of investigate it a little bit before tomorrow, and even tomorrow morning. Still time, of course. So there we go, AJRD. Let me know what you think, and put some comments in. Love to hear from you all. And let's see what happens with this guy, AJRD. All right, see you on the next video.